All right, so we are live. The long awaiting day is already here, right? Let me just protect my eyes. All right, so I have stayed late in the office just because I want to see you guys today because we have something very, very important to discuss with you. So I decided to just stay back in the office for this particular moment now, just because of you guys. So we're already live here, right? So we don't want to be wasting so much time on this particular webinar, and we are going to be starting right away. We are going to be starting right away, right? So let's just go to uh, WhatsApp and inform people about this particular webinar, right? So you should just go and then remind people that we have actually started this particular webinar so that they can actually join us without wasting so much time, right? Now, let me just go to the WhatsApp and then go to the group where we have shared, or if you're coming from my email list, you can actually stay behind, okay, and then watch us as we share this particular links, especially for those that are coming from my WhatsApp, right? So now let's just go and let me just give you like, let me say 60 seconds to do that, right? So just go and give them a reminder that we have actually started this particular webinar, right? And that is what we needed to do right away, okay? And just send them a reminder and let them join us on this particular call. Now, if you are on WhatsApp also, okay, uh, kindly share this particular link which you have used in joining this particular webinar. You can actually share it with other people on your status, with your family members, or anybody that you know. That person is into KDP but is not getting the type of result that you wanted to get on KDP, so that you can actually join us and see what is actually working and how people are actually leveraging from this information and making a whole lot for themselves. So, okay, kindly do that. So, I don't want to waste your time. I just want to go straight to the point so that we can start with the topic of today. Now, I can see a lot of people already joining this live session. I can see many of you guys' names. There are some names that I cannot be able to mention, and there are names that I can be able to mention. So I don't want to be wasting our time. So everybody that is here today, I want to welcome you to this particular webinar. You are all highly welcome, and I respected your time that you wanted to invest into this particular program or this particular webinar, and I don't want to actually waste your own precious time, okay, because we have a lot of things to do, and you decided to actually spend some few minutes with me so that you can actually get the juicy information that I've carried today all along just for you guys, right? So now let me just go ahead and share my screen with you guys so that we can start with the business of the day, right? So congratulations if you actually find yourself on this particular live session, because it is going to be transformative, educative, as well as entertaining for you guys, right? So now let's quickly share my screen so that you can see what I've actually gotten for you people today on this live session, right? So let me do that. Let me do that, right? Okay. Let me see. All right. Let me actually, okay. So I think this is actually perfect, right? This is actually perfect. Now, this webinar, the title of this webinar we said is how you can actually skyrocket your KDP dashboard earnings from making $0 to somebody who is now making $2,000 using the 1% KDP publishers unique strategy. Now, the reason why I said $2,000 is because I just want to assume the worst case scenario, right? Now, because actually some people are making even more than that, and you can actually make more than that amount. So now the reason why I call it is just to be considerate, and as well as make it to be a worse scenario. And let's call it like the lazy man's method, okay, for doing or using this particular 1% KDP publishers unique strategy. All right. So now that is the title of today, and that is what I want us to achieve at the end of this webinar. And that is what I want to see everybody achieving at the end of this particular webinar. Okay, now let's get started. Now, if you want to see my screen clearly, once you're on this live training and you want to see this screen clearly so that you can see whatsoever I'm sharing with you today without missing a single step. Now, all you need to do is just go to the top right corner of your screen. Okay, now you will see the settings icon. Now, click on that particular settings icon and ensure that you switch to a high definition. Okay, change your resolution to high definition or choose 1080 pixels so that you can see everything on my screen clearly. Right now, this is going to help you consume every single information that I've actually gotten for you guys today, and how you cannot miss any particular step, because any particular step that you see on this live session is as important as the whole webinar. Okay, now if you miss any step, it means you are going to get yourself confused at the end of the day, which I don't like it. Right, so now go and do that so that you can see the screen clearly. Right, now let's just move on. Now, for you that maybe don't know me, people that have been seeing me for the first time, right? And I know some of you that have joined this particular live session have seen me on Twitter already, right? So some of you have known this face. The first is actually familiar. Now, my name is Sani Zakari, known as Sazax. Majority of people on Twitter call me Sazax. Okay. Now, I am into Amazon KDP business right since 2018. Okay, now I'm in my 6th year into Amazon KDP. Okay, now that is a whole lot of years and a whole lot of experience. Right, now I started with no mentor, actually, no guides, no one to hold my hands. Right, I struggled over for 1 year without making $20 for that whole year on KDP. Right, because I don't have a mentor, I have nobody to hold my hands, nobody to guide me on KDP. So I struggled alone, and I could not be able to hit that jackpot that I wanted to hit. Right, now in 2021, something seriously happens to me, which I've actually lost my KDP account, because that account was actually terminated by KDP. Now, I have built that account for over 3 years. The account has 85 books, which at the end of the day, that particular account got terminated. Remember, those 85 books, I think I have spent 3 years without a mentor, 3 years without anybody to hold my hands. Now, I have just published those books myself. And at the end of the day, the account get problem, and Amazon KDP decided to terminate the account with the whole 85 books inside that particular account, just because I was doing the same thing with everybody. Right, now that is just the sad truth about it. Now, in 2023, I cracked the code. I actually cracked the code of Amazon KDP, and I start doing things differently from what everyone is doing, and everything really changed for me. Now, it has changed me from somebody who is making less than $20 in a month to somebody who is actually making 3,000 up to $5,000 on good months. Okay, now this particular transition now that has happened to me, it is years of experience, years of trial and error, years of mistakes. Right, now this method that was able to pull in this particular figure for me, now it is a method that I've actually taught only 222 mentees under me. Now, that is to tell you that this particular information is actually fresh. This particular information is actually new. Now, I will not dispute with the fact that a lot of you today on this particular call, right, are people who have bought so many KDP courses, right? You have bought so many KDP courses, but you could not be able to get the type of result that you want. Now, the reason is because a whole lot of these courses are actually teaching the same thing. And everybody out there is doing virtually the same thing. Now, that is why this method is called the 1% KDP Publisher Strategy, which only 222 mentees that I have taught this particular method. And now a lot of them in their first month are already making $1,000 in their first month, or some of them even more than that, right? So now this is my own image. You can see me, you can see me live. Okay, you can see my image. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with my face, okay, now I just want you to get familiar with this face so that if you see me anywhere, you can be able to actually recognize me, right? Now, we are not talking about the picture, that is not the problem. What is our main concern and focus is this screenshot that I've actually posted here. Now, I have checked my phone to see if I could be able to see some of these screenshots that I have in the past, okay, but I could only get that one of May 2019, where in May 1st to May 24th, I was able to make $0.00 on KDP, right? That is very wired actually. Now that is what I was able to make because I don't actually understand the, the strategy that people who are making a whole lot of sales on KDP are doing or are applying on their KDP business. Now, the issue is that we we have struggled a lot. We come from a lot, right? We come from a lot. Now there are challenges that we have faced along the way, and this is part of the challenges. Now we could not be able to get those sales that we wanted to get. At the end of the day, you may end up making something less than $50 or $100 or $0 per month as a KDP publisher, even though you are publishing books and books and books, but still they are not giving you that particular jackpot that you wanted to hit. Now, that is why we are on this live session today. That is the main reason why we are doing this particular webinar with you guys today, right? Now, one interesting thing is that if you are on this particular live webinar and you don't know what we are talking about, you don't know the business model that is called KDP, maybe you have been hearing me calling KDP or Amazon, but you don't even practically understand what this business model is all about. Okay, now let me just explain briefly what this particular business model is all about. Now, KDP, Amazon KDP, the short form of it is the Kindle Direct Publishing is a platform where you can publish your ebooks and paperbacks. It allows you to reach millions of readers worldwide and earn royalties in dollars from your book sales. Okay, now that is in just a layman language what KDP is all about, right? Now, before we continue, before I explore the strategy, before I actually showed you what I'm doing differently or what the KDP 1% KDP publishers are actually employing in their business and be getting those huge sales or those huge numbers every single month. Before we do that, please, if you are ready to start making at least as a complete beginner, $1,000 in the next 30 days using this strategy, please comment in the comment section that you are ready, right? Please kindly comment in the comment section that you guys are ready to actually leverage this particular gold mine information that I'm about to disclose to you guys. Okay, please go and do that. I've given you 2 seconds to actually type in. Just type in. I can be seeing your comments, right? Just type in that you are ready before we continue, right? Okay. Now I've seen a lot of people type in, I'm ready. So now, since you people are ready, I'm actually ready because I've stayed in this office just because of this. Now, that's to tell you that I'm also ready for you guys. Now, let's go and crack the code, right? Now, what happens after many years struggling on KDP? Now, I have struggled a lot for over, let's say, 3 to 4 years before I finally cracked this code, right? Now, I finally cracked the code of Amazon KDP. Now, the code that I have cracked is that I have found out a way that those big publishers who are making big numbers, I have found out what those people are actually doing on KDP. And I have started using that method also on my KDP business, and everything have actually changed for me. Now, I taught some people this new method that I have discovered with KDP, and some of them have started hitting a dark spot on KDP. Now, one interesting thing with this particular strategy, or the 1% KDP strategy, is that it allows you to start getting results as fast as possible if you actually implement the strategy, right? Now, that is one good thing about this strategy. And it is not everybody that knows this particular strategy. Only 222 members actually knows this strategy, which I'm going to share with you the numbers or the screenshot from the community that has this particular people, okay, where we are doing this particular method. Now, let's go ahead and start seeing the kind of transformation this kind of information has brought in into the world of KDP. Now, let's go and see for ourselves, right? Now, let's start with Adamu. That is one of my students who have gotten the same information like this, okay, and his life were completely transformed using the 1% KDP strategy into his own business, right? Now, Adamu is actually my student. Now, he made his first $1,000 with just two books with this particular new method that I've discovered, which only 1% of people publishing books on Amazon are using the strategy. Now, the remaining 99% of people are actually struggling publishers who are just filling in the Amazon KDP platform with books that are not getting that is not getting them any sale. Okay. Now, if you want to be among the 1%, right, and you want to actually start doing what they are doing, definitely your result is going to change from those people who are the 99%. Okay, and that is the kind of information that I have for you today that I want to share with you guys. Right now, Adamu made his first $1,000, and this is where Adamu have converted his money, okay, where he received it from GigPay. For those who are already into KDP, may be familiar with GigPay, okay, because this is the account we use to collect money in dollars before we just subsequently convert that particular funds into naira, right? Now, this is where he received his first $1,000 in the first month of applying the 1% KDP strategy, right? Now, Adamu was able to convert his funds. As of then, the exchange rate is 1,400, right? Now he converted the $1,000. Now he got 1.4 million naira straight into his own account because he was able to apply this particular 1% KDP strategy, right? Now, this is Adamu, and this could also be you in the next 30 days, right? Now, this is Fatima. This is actually my sister that I have taught this particular business, that I have taught this particular strategy of 1% KDP publishers. Now, she was able to publish 4 books with the strategy that I've shared with her, and she was able to get paid this month $1,231.57. Now, which she converted it. The exchange rate as of then is 1,480. Now she got 1.8 million naira straight into her own account from her GigPay account. Right now, this is my sister using the same method, and this could also be you in the next few weeks if you actually embrace this particular new strategy. Right now, the next person we have here is Jide. Jide is not long ago that Jide have actually started implementing this method, and he was able to get $515 with his first 2 books using this particular method that I've shared with him. Now, one interesting thing about Jide is that Jide once contacted me on WhatsApp that he spent 6 months on KDP, and he has over 100 books in the platform that is on his own dashboard, but he struggled to make $29 every single month. Now, when he contacted me, I presented him with this particular information. Now, he said, I want your guide on how to boost my sales. Now, he want to actually boost his own KDP sales now because he hardly sell and make $29, even though Jide has over 100 books. Now, this is very, very painful for you to spend time, to spend energy, to even spend money creating a book, and at the end of the day, You publish it on the platform and you are not going to get any sale. You are not making money. Now that is the aim is defeated, because the aim of you as a publisher is to make as much money as possible, okay, on the platform. But you could see somebody having more than 100 books, but still could not be able to make $29 every single month. But see Jide today, with just two books using the strategy, he was able to make $515. Right now, this is very, very good of him. I'm happy for Jide, right? So it could be the next success story on this particular issue, right? Now, don't you also want this kind of testimonies for yourself as a publisher, right? I know this is something that you may want to have as a publisher. This is something that you may want to be the person that is getting this kind of result. Okay. But if you are somebody, okay, who is on this webinar and want to start achieving this particular result, few of them that we have shared, okay, if you want to be the next success story, please comment in the section that I want to be the next success story, right? Just comment that you want to be the next success story, and I'm going to help you achieve that, right? Now, let's go back to where we are. Now, if to say I want to share as many as these testimonials for you, we are going to spend the whole day just on testimonials, and we don't want to waste so much time on this particular webinar. I just want us to just minimize everything so that you can get the full gist. Okay. Now, you want this kind of testimonials. You want to be the next success story. You want to be the next person making $1,000 per month. You want to be the next person making $2,000 per month. You want to be the next person making $3,000 per month on your KDP business. Now you are on the right place and you are with the right person, and you are going to get the right information that is going to transform you from where you are on KDP to where you want to go on KDP. Now, that gap is this information that is going to fill in this particular gap. Now, if you are ready to fill in this particular gap, now let's continue and let me give you the gold mine information that no one is going to share with you on this particular topic, that is Amazon KDP, right? Now, if you stay till the end of this webinar, you are going to go home today with a milestone bonuses from me, right? Now, those bonuses alone, if I'm to sell them individually, they are going to worth over $500. Okay, this is if you convert it to naira, that is almost 750K, which I will be giving to you at the end of this particular webinar. Now, if it is something that you want to actually grab at the end of this particular webinar, which is going to do you a whole lot of good on your KDP business, please pay close attention and stay to the end of this particular webinar. And then if you wanted to stay to the end of this particular webinar and then get my amazing or exclusive bonus, which is going to transform your KDP journey completely as fast as possible, please comment yes in the comment section, right? I want you guys to comment yes in the comment section. All right. So I can see people commenting yes, yes. Now that is to tell you that we are with the right set of people who are actually ready to transform their life, who are actually ready to transform their KDP business. Okay. And if you are ready, I'm going to help you achieve that. Right now, let's just go. Now, what I'm about to share with you today is going to blow your mind, because this is something that you have never seen before, something that you have never known before about KDP, right? Now, in fact, you will be very, very grateful for taking out your time to be here today, as it will be the best decision you have ever made on this particular KDP business. Now, this is because I'm bringing to you, to your attention, something that will transform your KDP business completely, completely. Now, I know the pain of spending months or years doing KDP business without getting the desired result. It is very, very painful. Now, if you could remember the story from Jide, Jide spent 6 months doing KDP, published over 100 books, but Jide could barely make $29 at the end of every month, which is very, very painful. Now, another thing is for you to get your account terminated along the way, doing what everybody is doing out there, or you start getting issues of books blocking, or even not having enough sales on your KDP business, which is now the topic of today, right? Now, my past was also filled with so many downsides, but now it has taken a turn for the better, right? I know the next few months will even be very, very massive success for me on this KDP business because I'm actually exploring more and more and more proven strategies that are working, and I'm applying it to my own KDP business, and everything is actually booming for me. Right now, and I believe everyone should have equal access to this particular opportunity. Now, which I'm about to share with you. Now, so pay very close attention, remove all sort of distractions, right? And ensure that the next few minutes you should just dedicate it to this particular live webinar because it is going to do you more good. Okay, now are you ready? Are you ready? Should we continue? Are you ready to actually remove all distraction, pay close attention, and then actually learn this particular strategy? Okay, now you can get your pen and paper so that we can actually get started because there are things that you need to start jotting down. Okay, because we are not going to see this kind of information again, right? So now let's just go ahead and let's just go ahead, right, and continue with this milestone information. Now, this new method is actually not for everybody. Okay, even if you're on this particular webinar might be not for you, right? Now, if you're a lazy people or a lazy person, this method is not for you because it will require some sort of work from you, at least spending 30 minutes to 1 hour daily implementing this particular strategy. Okay, or people with poverty mindset. You do not believe that this business can actually transform your KDP dashboard, transform your financial situation, or generally you do not believe that any online business can make you huge amount of money. You can actually leave this webinar if you have that kind of mindset because it is not actually for you. Now, or people with negative mindset, maybe you have had a bad experience with KDP in the past and you want to quit KDP business. No, I just want to work with people that have full determination to success in their life, right? So now this is the kind of people I wanted to have on this particular webinar. And if you are one of them, actually uh, leave this webinar, right? You can actually leave this webinar, and I know this webinar is not going to benefit you in any way, right? But if you are not these particular people that I've mentioned in the past, actually you are in the right place, and this is the set of people that I wanted to have on this particular webinar, and I'm really grateful to have you here today, right? Now, let's look at the 3 demons that is affecting your KDP business today, right? Now, every KDP publisher knows these 3 demons, okay? Even though there are other ones, but these are the major ones that is affecting your KDP business. Now, remember, these are the major demons that I've talked about. And remember that I've said in the past, okay, when we started this particular live session, that my account got terminated in 2021, right? So now this is a screenshot of the account termination that I have received from KDP, right? Now, this is the first demon that a lot of people are experiencing. Now, the second demon that we are experiencing currently is the issue of book blocking. Okay. Now, to me, when you have the 1% KDP publisher strategy, you are going to minimize the rate at which your account will get terminated by 90%. Yes, by 90%, I can assure you this, you are going to minimize this particular rate. Now, when it comes to the issue of books blocking now, I can say that you don't have any issues with your books going live once you understand how the 1% KDP publishers are actually publishing their books on Amazon. Okay. Now, the first 2 demon now is not our problem because once you understand the 1% KDP publisher strategy, you don't have any issues with account termination. You don't have any issue with book blocking. This will be minimized by almost, if not 99%, right? Now, the big issue that we are going to address is the issue of book not getting sales, okay? Because we don't have any problem with our account with this strategy. We don't have any problem with our book going live. Now, the problem we have is that once our book goes live now and it is not making sale, That is our own issue that we wanted to discuss. Now, that is the major focus of this particular webinar, right? Now, let's go and see why this thing is happening. Okay. Now let us look at the reason why your book is not making enough sales as you wanted to make. Okay. Now, even if you have over 100 books on KDP, okay, still you can still experience not getting enough sales for that. But before then, now the method I was about to share with you is making me $3,000 on my new KDP dashboard that I've just created to test more and more of this strategy with only 4 books. Now, that is to tell you that this method does not require you to actually publish more and more and more and more books on the platform, right? Now, with just few number of books, you can be able to hit your own jackpot on KDP, right? So now you don't need more books to make more sales, as opposed to what a lot of gurus out there are saying, that if you want to make money with KDP, just keep on publishing books and books and books, and then keep on praying that the algorithm ranks your book and you start getting sales. This is not true. Now, in my own belief, the number of books you have on KDP is not always equals to the amount of sales that you're going to be getting on KDP. Why? Because this is not the strategy I see the 1% publishers are doing on their business. Now, they are not fond of publishing on the platform. No, they are just doing their own strategy with just few books, and it is giving them the kind of result that they want. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about, right? Now, this is one of my KDP dashboard. This account has only 4 books in it, and we are using the 1% KDP publisher strategy to publish those books on that account. Now, in the first month, the account was able to make $3,000. Okay. Now, in the second month, we are able to make $2,800, almost close to $3,000 also on this account with just 4 books. With just 4 books. Now, that is to tell you that this particular method is working, and this is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm about to teach you to. Now, if you do it also, if you apply it also to your business, it means you are going to get similar result or even more result than me if you put in more work than I do, right? Now, this is very, very possible to achieve, and that's why I said, let me show you this. Now, one interesting thing is that these sales are monthly dashboard, right? This is what I've made on a monthly basis on this particular account. But let me tell you something, I'm still getting massive results every single day on my dashboard with just these 4 books using the 1% KDP strategies method, right? Now you can see this is what I was able to be making daily. I have a lot of them, but I just decided to take this one so that you can perceive the kind of result that I'm getting daily with this particular method. You can see the above screenshot where I've made $227 in a single day, right? Now I've made over $124 in a single day. I've made $118 in a single day. I've made $152 on a single day. Now, on average, that is to tell you I'm making over $100 every single day with this particular business. This is almost 150K in Naira with this particular business that we are discussing today, right? Now, these are my daily sales, right? And these are my monthly earnings, right? Now, when you see this, now, this is a typical transformation that every publisher is looking for, and you can easily achieve that, right? Now, you can only achieve that when you know the right information to apply in your own business. Now, let me tell you, this particular strategy, as I've said earlier, does not require you to have so many books, right? Does not require you to have so many books. You just need few number of books and you are good to go. Okay. Now, this is one of the students in my community where he applied this particular method in his own KDP business. Now, with just 2 books in March 1st to March 31st, 2024 this year, now he was able to make $733. Now he can even make more than this next month when those books picks up in the market very well, right? Now, this is just 2 books giving you this kind of result, okay? But somebody with 100 books will not be able to see this type of result when he's doing like the 99% of the publishers that I know all around, right? Now, this is the ethics about this particular formula. You don't need so many books to achieve greatness with KDP, right? Now, let's digest more of these reasons why you are not making enough sales. There are many reasons to that, but I just mentioned few because I cannot be able to explore everything on this single webinar, right? Now, topic selection. Now, when it comes to topic selection for your own book, I mean the book title that you intended to write about, a lot of people I see, almost if not 99% of publishers are using the AMZ suggestion expander tool, which they are going to go to Amazon platform, get keyword, and then start publishing. Now, a lot of gurus said to you that if you go to the Amazon platform, you search for a particular keyword, and you can be able to see 1,000 search result or less than 1,000 search result, that particular keyword is profitable. That is not always true. Now, what is actually happening to a lot of people when it comes to topic selection is that when they actually search for that particular keyword and they saw that that particular keyword is having less than $1,000 or less than 1,000 search result or less than $700, don't mind me, I'm used to dollars. Okay, now they just conclude that the keyword or the topic is profitable. Now, what they don't know is that the topic may have a low supply. Okay, that is the lesser competition they see there, but there is also low demand on that particular keyword. Now, every single publisher, when he search for that topic, now you start creating books on that topic. You start creating books on that topic until a particular moment whereby that particular niche is saturated. Now, where you start experiencing high supply, but still that particular topic have low demand on KDP. Low demand meaning people are not actually looking for that topic, or only just few people looking for that topic. If you are doing that, it means you are not going to get any sale. Now, the 1% KDP publishers I know, they use two tools in making topic research or keyword research. Okay. Now, each topic that they have decided to choose has the potential of making them at least $4,000 every single month. That is what they are using. Now, the first tool they use is called the Titan Pro, which they use this particular keyword research tool for hunting and extraction of keyword. And the second tool that they use is called BookBeam, which they use for profitability check and how much the topic will generate for them each and every month. And they choose topics that did at least $4,000 every single month. Now, these two goldmine tools will allow you to choose topics with low supply, that is low competition, and high demand. That is how you make money with a good topic on KDP. If you fail here, your books also failed, right? Now, that's the number one. Now, the number two issue is market and audience research. A lot of publishers don't even understand what market research is or what audience research is all about, okay? Now, if not 99% of publishers, because this market and audience research is the core reason any successful book on Amazon is selling. If you understand this, your book is definitely going to sell. Now, the 1% KDP publishers understand the importance of market and audience research, and they actually use it very well to find a gap in the market and understand the audience they are writing to. That is how they produce quality book at the end of the day. Now, this makes them to stay ahead of many competitors and stay on top of the market and keep sucking the money with their book. And you keep wondering, what is this people doing and making this whole lot of sales on KDP? You don't know that these people understand market and audience research. Now, the 1% KDP publishers use websites like Quora, Reddit, Gomi Search, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and many more of this website to conduct market and audience research, which 99% of publishers don't know what this is all about, right? Now, the next thing is the book content writing. Now, many publishers are actually doing the same thing over and over again, okay? Now, what are they doing? Many publishers get problem with Amazon because they are actually using ChatGPT to write their books, okay? Which is a big issue on the KDP world or industry. Some even go to Google, copy someone's content, paraphrase it, and then end up having negative reviews on their book and copyright issues with Amazon and at the end of the day, they may tend to even lose their own KDP dashboard. Okay, now because they are writing the book not the way 1% KDP publishers are writing their own. Okay, now they understand the importance of quality book. That is the 1% KDP publishers, and they always write books without AI or copying someone's content. Right now, they use zero AI content and less than 1% plagiarism content, which Amazon only allows 5% plagiarism. Okay, now these people understand the importance of quality, and they're deploying a different method to actually publish their book. Right now, the next thing that we have is what I call the bestseller launch strategy. Now, 99% of KDP publishers don't use this at all. Okay, they don't use it because they were not taught to do that, and they were deceived to understand that they just need to be keeping the platform busy with their books. Just keep writing and keep uploading books. Now, that is not how you can make success with KDP. Now, 99% of KDP publishers use what I call upload and dump method. Okay, now they just publish a book, upload it on the platform, and they dumped it there. That is what they did. That is what many publishers, if not 99% of them, are doing on the platform. Now, because many of them were deceived that they should just keep creating books and uploading on KDP and keep praying that their books should rank and sell. Now, this is not true with KDP. This is not true. Now, it happens in just rare cases, and I can even say in just 0.5%, even less than 1%. Okay, now what the 1% publishers do is not upload and dump method as many 99% of publishers are doing. What they usually did was they use what is called bestseller book strategy. Okay, now this method gets them fast initial sales of their book immediately they upload it on Amazon. Now, which I call it sales velocity. They started get sales velocity, that is fast initial sales on their book. Now they started getting bestseller batch on their book, and Amazon algorithm start ranking their book as fast as possible. Now this is what they usually do to get their books in front of millions of readers and start sucking the money from KDP. Now they use promo sites also for this magic to happen for them. I also employ this particular method on my own business, and it is already doing a magic for me. Now, here are some of my books that I have applied the bestseller launch strategy for them, and all of them have gotten fast initial sales, fast ranking, and and they were able to get this fast bestseller badge. Right now, if your book has a bestseller badge, it means it is a credibility badge that tells the Amazon algorithm to rank your book and show your book to as many readers as possible, to as many customers as possible, so that they can actually purchase that particular book. Now, if you don't do this, forget about making massive money with KDP. And I do this particular book launch strategy properly, and I was able to get my books in front of the right people, and I'm getting it right by making a lot of sales of my books. Now, some of you might have seen some of my books on Twitter where I've posted them. Some of you might have seen these books during their own research on KDP. Okay, whichever the one it might be, these are my books. Okay, and they are still selling on KDP up to now. Right now, the next thing that these particular people do is called Amazon ads. Right, 99% of KDP publishers believe that organic traffic is what will give them the amount of money that they want on KDP. This is a bloody lie. Right now, if you wanted to get the amount of money that you want on KDP with organic traffic, now, unless if you have built a brand on KDP, you have a brand, you have a track record that people knows you on that platform, or you have large email list which requires a lot of money for you to build. Now, if you don't have these two things, forget about making massive money with organic traffic. Okay, now a lot of people are relying on organic traffic while the 1% KDP publishers are actually busy running Amazon ads the right way. Now, these people use what is called advanced keyword and product campaign, which I'm also using the same thing, okay, to put in $1 into the Amazon ads and make $3 to $5 back as profit. Now, this is a gold mine information when it comes to Amazon ads, right? And this is the type of ads that I also run, and I have been getting massive result on running ads where I just spend less and then make more and more and more profit from it. Okay, now let me show you some of the proof that I have for you today. Now, this is one of my KDP dashboard where I just spent $60 and I was able to make $223, right? As sales on my dashboard. Now, this is another one where I've spent 13 euro. I use this art on the UK marketplace. Now, I spent $13 and I made 13 euro and I've made 50 euro back. Okay, this is another one where I've spent $22 and I've made $142. And another one which is very, very amazing, where I've spent only less than $1, that is 0.38 cents, and I was able to make $11 as profit. Now, this is just few of these when it comes to Amazon ads on using the advanced product and keyword targeting campaign, which you need to put $1 and make $3 up to $5 back as profit. Okay, this is what I use in my business, and this is what the KDP 1% publishers use in their own business too. Now, the question is, do you really want to be the next success story on this particular business? Now, is making $2,000 or $3,000 your dream on KDP? Now, if yes, please, I want you to comment yes on this particular chat box. Okay, just comment yes on this particular chat box that you want to be the next success story on KDP. You want to crush KDP. You want to make as in crazy figures on your KDP dashboard, right? Now just comment yes and let's continue, right? So I hope you people are getting this particular class interesting, educative, and entertaining at the same time, right? So if you are doing that, now let's just continue. Let's go and make the money together and let's see what happens. Okay, now remember this particular platform called Amazon, right? Now, if you're aware of it, there are 1.4 million books that are published every single year on the platform. Now, every single year we have additional 1.4 million books. Now, if you are not doing things differently the way the 1% KDP publishers are doing, you also have your books missed out in the mix of this 1.4 million books, right? Now, imagine using this method that I'm about to share with you today. Now, and your KDP account skyrockets from making $0 or less than $50 or less than $100, and now you started making $1,000, $2,000 with just 2 books or just more, right? Now, imagine you having your books going live without any fear of book blocking. Now, imagine getting your account safe, not flagged by Amazon, and reduces the chance of you losing your KDP account. Now, you're able to make sales with just few books without creating hundreds of books, or having for you to have a total peace of mind that you are doing the right thing according to Amazon terms and conditions, that you are not violating Amazon terms and conditions, and you are using the appropriate strategy to get you enough money on KDP. Okay, imagine being able to scale your KDP dashboard to $10,000 per month in the next 5 months or less under my mentorship, under my guidance. Now, how could that going to impact your life? I just want you to imagine and reason you making $2,000, $3,000 every single month, or even scaling it up to $10,000. Now, this is a very big advantage. This is a very big plus to your own financial story, right? So now, after imagining, you can make it a reality if you decided to start applying what I'm about to show you today, right? Now, the sad reality is that this is not for everyone, and not everybody will achieve this kind of result that I've shared with you on this live session, because many people will rather choose to keep doing the same thing without improving from what they're actually doing. That is the danger of a comfort zone. This is the psychology of a humans. Okay, some people do not want to stop doing what they are doing because they have that instinct in them that they don't want to try out things that they don't know, right? Or things that is going to transform them, even if they know that that thing is going to change their life. Okay, now they just want to start continue experiencing their issue with Amazon in terms of account termination, book blocking, or not making enough money. They are comfortable with that. Okay, now I have nothing to do to change that instinct or that particular perception. Right now, if you are part of this particular people, I'm sorry, you are not going to get anything from this particular webinar today, right? But if you are somebody who want to change his own finances, do things differently, and get result differently, now let's continue with you on this particular call, right? Now, but there is 1% of people, and those 1% are actually you who have stayed up to this particular moment on this KDP. Now you are among the 1% that I'm about to address now, okay? Because the rest of you or the rest of the people have actually left this webinar, and after leaving this webinar, they are going to continue doing what they are doing before, and we are going to start experiencing changes with our own strategy, right? So it's a very good advantage for us, right? So they have gone already. Now let's focus on you guys that remains on this webinar. Now, the 1% that is you that remain on this webinar, actually you are tired of your current financial income. I know and I understand, right? Now, you want to always make more money to pay bills, right? You want to change your family's narrative, and you want to afford the lifestyle that you wanted to afford, right? Now, I created this webinar for this kind of people. That is for you. And that is why even those who are making big money with KDP are just 1%. The rest, that is the 99%, are just struggling publishers. Okay? Struggling publishers are publishers that actually goes to the Amazon platform and keeps spamming the platform with books that are not selling, books that people don't want, right? Now, let's continue. Now, what if I show you the step by step what the 1% KDP publishers are actually applying on their own KDP business? Will you be able to grab it? Okay. Now, are you ready to take it? Are you ready to replicate the same and get faster result? Are you actually ready to start applying this particular strategy to your business and start getting those big figures on your KDP dashboard? Are you ready? Now, if you are ready, let's continue. Right? Now, this method is called magic formula. Now, I call it magic formula because it is working and giving people the result faster like magic, right? Faster like magic. Now, that is what this particular formula is there for you to do, okay? To give you result as fast as possible, like magic, right? Now, to ensure your dreams of financial transformation comes true, now here is my big promise for you, okay? Now, I want to hand over to you a complete step-by-step guide that will help you make at least $1,000 in the next 30 days and scale it to $3,000 in the next 60 days. Now, I want to hand you over this particular step-by-step guide. Now, this guide is guaranteed to help you hit that huge figure in your KDP dashboard, right? Now, I'll also be giving you the exact guide that helped over 222 people to make their first $1,000 in 30 days using this particular strategy, okay? And scale it up to $3,000 in 60 days if you wanted to scale your business, right? Now, let me just take some of my coke so that we can continue. Okay. Now that is my big promise for you today, right? So now this method is not known by many people. Now only 222 persons knows this strategy, and on a low key, these people are just killing it with KDP. Okay, now because the magic is happening to them. You can see a screenshot of my community where we have only 222 members. So if you have bought courses in the past about KDP or you have tried so many things in the past, it means you don't know this kind of information that is pulling people result like crazy, right? So I'm about to show you this particular method. Now, the KDP magic formula. Now, do you know why I love this particular program? Now, it is because of one reason. And the reason is because this particular program can give you faster result, right? Can give you faster result. And one amazing thing with this particular program is that we have provided you with all the free resources and all the things that you want to implement this particular program so that you can start getting results as fast as possible, right? Now, that is interesting thing about the formula. Now, someone may ask, what if I have an account that was terminated before? Can this actually work for me? And somebody may still ask that, What if I have books that are blocked in my KDP dashboard? Can this still work for me? Right? Or I don't have laptop. Can this method still work for me? Or I have new KDP account, but I'm scared to publish. Can this actually work for me? Or I just want to start my KDP journey right now as a beginner. Can this program actually work for me? Or the gold mine, which I have not even put on the bullet point here. I have bought so many courses in the past about KDP, but still I'm not getting the type of result that I want. Are you sure this is not another same course that like the one that I have in the past? This has not been taught anywhere before, right? So this is the first time you are seeing something like this, and this is the first time you are encountering similar information like this. And the answer is yes. If you are having any of this mentioned above, the answer is yes. This program is going to work for you because we have similar people that this program have worked for and they are cashing it big. Now, let me show you an example with Jessica, who have made $1,000 with her smartphone, okay, in 30 days with this particular method after losing her uh, old account with KDP, right? Now she made $1,000 and she actually converted her funds and look at what she got, 1.1 million naira. At that time, the exchange rate is 1,014 naira, right? Now this is Jessica using her smartphone with this particular method, and she's already killing it with KDP, right? So now you can also do it, and there is nothing that is going to stop you unless if you believe that you cannot do it, and there is nothing I can do about it, right? Now, imagine if you were given access to this program that has made so many people millionaires in their first month of implementing it. Now, do you promise to put into practice what you are taught? Do you want to be the next millionaire? Do you want to be the next guy that is making big figures with KDP? Do you want to be that particular person? Now, if yes, okay, if yes, you want to be that person, it means you need to practice everything that I'm about to share with you today so that you can get massive result, right? Now, if you stayed up to this point on this life-changing webinar, I'm so proud of you. Now, this shows that you are very serious about transforming your financial status, and I'm sure that making an extra $1,000 to $2,000 monthly with KDP will help you go a long way. And this is why you are on this webinar today, because this is the kind of transformation that you are looking for in the past, and you have actually stumbled on one today. Okay, now I know you are not going to miss it. Now, are you financially ready to get started right away? Okay, now I mean, are you finally ready to get started with this particular strategy right away? If you are ready, you can comment in the comment box that you are ready to start right away with this mind-blowing information. Right now, here is a short glimpse of everything you will be benefiting in this training, right? Now, I decided to summarize everything because I cannot be able to put everything on this particular slide, okay? Now, number one, which I've summarized, I said you are going to get a magic way of getting profitable topics using 7 no-brainer methods to get keyword that can get you up to $4,000 per month. Now, under this topic, we have a lot of things for you to learn. Now, we are going to get the ultimate book creation without AI and Google content. Only few people knows this method. And the few people I'm talking about are the 222 persons only that are in my community, right? Now, we have the bestseller book launch that gets you fast sales, ranking, and bestseller badge in just 7 days of publishing your book. You're going to get social proof, that is reviews, bestseller badge on your book, fast ranking, and fast initial sales on your book using our bestseller launch strategy, right? Now, which the first one worth over $200, the second one worth over $100. Now, we have the rule of thumb of running a profitable and money generating Amazon ads, which I've shown you in the past, where you just need to put in $1 and make $3 or up to $5 per as profit, okay, worth over $200. The killer book promotion strategy for reviews and ranking with recommended promo site, where to get reviews, ranking using our promo site, which we have recommended in the program, right? Now we have BookBub ads. Now this is what a lot of publishers are using to skyrocket their own earnings on KDP. Now this is new and many people don't know what BookBub ads is all about or how to run it profitably using the 1% KDP publisher strategy. Now we have the best tools for KDP in 2024 to date. That is the right tools for you to use, how to get them, and how to actually use them to get the best result out of them, right? Now you can have a tool and you cannot know how to use that particular tool. Now we are going to show you everything about them and how you can actually use them, right? Now worth over $100 also. Now we have some secret website that we are using, me and my student, to get resources and research. Okay, now if you are to pay me to teach that alone, I'm going to charge you $100 for that alone. Now, building email list for KDP business, now which I'm about to release it into the program. And also I have another thing that I want to release into the program, which is called click testing Facebook and strategy for publishers. Also is coming soon, right? It is coming soon. Now we also have many updates that will be coming right into the program, which they are actually priceless, right? Now the click testing Facebook ad strategy for publishers, this is what the top publishers in the world are actually using to get extra traffic and extra money into their own KDP dashboard. This is something completely new. I have paid over $349 to learn that particular strategy. So if you have to pay me, you can pay me at least $350 to learn this strategy from me, right? Now, this is the worth of everything that you'll be getting on this particular program. Total of the worth of this particular program is $1,625. Okay, we are talking about millions in naira. Okay, if you are to pay me to teach you these things, okay, now this is what I will be charging you. Okay, now if you are to pay me to teach you each of these topics, now I'll be charging you $200, $100 and more, as you can see on this particular screen. But don't panic, you are not going to pay that amount to get this particular information from me. Now, let me shock you today. Apart from the gold mine information that I have listed for you, which you are going to be benefiting, which worth over $1,600, now I want to shock you again. Now, I want to add some mouth-watering bonuses for you. Now, the reason why I decided to add these particular bonuses is for you to be able to get faster results as soon as possible, and for you to be able to find everything as easy as possible. Okay, now because if you're under me, definitely you are going to be doing things differently. Now I decided to give you these bonuses for free if you decided to start changing your KDP narratives. Okay, now the first bonus that I will be giving you, I'm going to give you 207 profitable niches, high in demand niches that are making people crazy figures on KDP. I'm going to give you 207 of them, and I'm going to show you how you can get topics from each of these niche that can give you at least $1,000 on that particular topic every single month. Now, I'm going to also give you a bulletproof strategy to getting books approved without having issues with books blocking and minimize the risk of losing your account on KDP. You are going to get that bulletproof from me so that you will stay ahead of many people who are experiencing issues with KDP when it comes to books blocking or KDP account termination. Now, I'm also going to give you access to my hot selling topics that brings in sales as fast as possible for me, topics that have generated me income on KDP. You are going to get them so that you can replicate them, right? Now, I also give you access to my best promo site. I'm going to show you the list of those promo sites and how you can actually use them to get the best result out of them, right? Now, I'm also going to give you access to my customer avatar. This is going to help you to understand the market gap and to understand people that you are writing your book to them. Now, this is the secret of book selling: deep audience and market research. Now, I use the customer avatar, which I'm going to hand over to you so that you can start implementing as fast as possible. Now, the next thing that I'm going to give you is my best niches that keep pulling in dollars to my account. Okay. Now, what are the niches that you need to choose? Even if you have the 207 profitable niches, I still have my special niches that I've focused on the past, and they are giving me crazy figures. Now, I'm going to show you those niches so that you can actually go into them. They have high demand and there is low competition on those niches. Now, when you sum everything of these particular bonuses, the worth of these bonuses worth over $900. Now, if you contacted me that you want to get those things from me personally, I will charge you $900 to actually give you those mind-blowing information that I have taken time and energy to build over the years. Okay, now don't worry, you are not going to pay a penny to actually get those bonuses. You are not going to pay a penny to actually get those bonuses. Now, how do you get these particular bonuses? Now, when you sum the program, which is what you are going to be learning from the program, which is just in summary, okay, in summary, because I cannot be able to explore everything for you on this particular webinar. I just decided to summarize it. Okay. Now, when you see the program worth and you see the bonus worth, total everything is going to cost you $2,525. Now we're talking about millions of naira for you to get access to this program. Now I'm selling this program to the international market, which I've actually transcribed this program, and I'm selling it at the price of $497 in the international market. Okay, but you are not going to pay that particular amount like the way the foreign people are actually paying in the United States, because I got the course transcribed to US accent and it is selling for $497 dollars on the US market. Right now, everything is going to worth 2,525, but you are not going to pay this particular amount to get access to the Magic Formula program. Right now, but wait, now you are not paying that particular amount, like I've said, or even quarter of it. You are not going to pay even half or even quarter of this particular amount to get access today into this particular program. So don't get panic, don't be scared. Right now, before then, okay, now I still have another additional package for you. Right now, this particular package is what you are going to be getting in addition to what I've mentioned before. Okay, now I'm going to give you additional bonuses. Now, those bonuses are free access to myself. Okay, now to answer some of the questions you may have and provide you with solution when you join the program, okay, as my mentee. Now, this is actually priceless because you are not going to pay me for my time. Now, you are going to get free access to my support group, which is the Magic Formula community that only has 222 members at the time of doing this live session, which I'm going to add more members to it today, I know. And you are going to get access to some of the gurus. You are going to get access to myself in the community and those people that are making big figures, so that you can rub minds and they'll be sharing you premium subs that is helping them to make crazy figures at that particular moment in the community. Now you're going to get these two additional bonuses also attached to everything that I have mentioned or promised in the past. Right now, the first 5 people to get started right away will be given exclusive access to my marketing tools and resources. Now, in addition to what I've mentioned in the past, now only 5 persons will get access to my marketing tools and resources, because these marketing tools and resources are actually special to me and I don't want to be sharing it with a lot of people. That is why I just decided to say, okay, let me just pick serious 5 people from this particular webinar and then hand them over these marketing tools and resources. Now, this is not for everybody. Now, just for fast action takers. Now, this particular marketing tools and resources is the library for me. Is my library of KDP. Okay, it has all the tools and resources you need to fast track your success. Right now, sometimes we may even work together with you, and we are going to do so many things together on the library. But I don't want crowd. I don't want so many people. I only want 5 people so that I can be able to handle them. Okay, if I've given this particular bonus to many people, I cannot be able to handle as many people as possible. Okay, now that is going to give me a serious problem, right? Now I just need only 5 people to work on this particular exclusive bonus. Okay, now it is just for those 5 people. Now also there is one-time opportunity. Okay, I just want to give a one-time opportunity, which I'm not going to give it again to anybody. Okay, and in addition to the marketing tools and resources that I have promised the first 5 people to get started with the magic formula right away, now I will be giving them access to a free KDP course, which is a beginner's KDP course, which for people that have no prior knowledge on KDP, right? If you don't have prior knowledge on KDP, this is your first time of doing KDP. Now I'm going to give you access to my beginner's course, which is called the Amazon KDP Accelerator course, so that it will accelerate your learning phase and accelerate your earnings. Okay. Now this course is selling for 25,000 naira, but I'm going to give it to 5 people who have gotten started with the magic formula for absolutely 0 naira for free, right? So you're going to get access to it for absolutely free. That is for just 5 persons who are total beginners on KDP, right? Now, this is another additional opportunity, but I'm doing it for the last time and I will not do it again, right? Now, a lot of you guys on Twitter knows me. I stick to my words, right? Now, I thought of charging a heavy fee for this particular magic formula program because it has been giving people massive results over and over and over again. Now, I decided to charge a heavy fee for that particular program because it is highly in demand and it is new, it is fresh. Not everybody knows about this particular program and it is giving people results like crazy. But I sat back and I said, it is not going to be fair. Okay. Now, there are so many people out there who are genuinely ready to transform their lives. They are willing to put in the effort and they want to achieve great results for themselves on this particular webinar. Okay, now I decided to actually reconsider the price of this particular magic formula program. Okay, now I wanted to charge $500, okay, for this particular program. Why? Because this particular program has proven to work for many people and it is giving people fast results as fast as possible. Many of them in their first month of applying this particular strategy. Now, someone said, let me just charge $200 for this particular program, which is a fair price for many people because the program is pulling in result upon result. Okay. Now, all because I want you to grab this opportunity very fast and I want these persons to end this year with plenty of congratulations. Now, but still, I said $200 is a very big amount of money for many people because they cannot be able to enroll in that program. Now, even though the program is actually selling in the international market for $497, which is almost close to the $500 price that I decided to charge today, right? So even though it is selling for that particular figure, and I said $200, I still consider the amount is going to be like a 300K in the Nigerian naira. So it is going to be very, very expensive for many people to be able to grab it. Now, I still reconsider the price of this mind-blowing information again. Now, what did I do? Now, I said, now for everybody who want to get this magic formula course, okay, now the person should pay $80, okay? $80, which is equivalent to 120K in naira. Now, why? Because this is the hottest training right now. It is high in demand, and many people may want to enroll because they want to change their financial story on KDP, right? Now, when I converted $80, and I found out that $80 is almost 120K in naira, right? Now, I said, okay, now let me just do one thing for these people so that they can be able to grab this information as fast as possible. Now, I said, let me just give a 72 hours offer, okay? I said, let me just give a 72 hours offers so that we can get as many students as possible who are ready to transform their finances. Now, I'm doing this as the last chance, and serious people can be able to grab this last chance for themselves, okay? Now, I said, if you are signing up within the next 72 hours, now, you don't need to pay $80 for this particular program. Once you're on this live session, right? Now you don't need to pay the $80, you don't need to pay the 120K, right? Now all you need to pay, if you are paying in the next, if you are paying right now, or the maximum I can give is 72 hours, you are only paying $27. Now, $27 is the only thing you are paying to get access to the program that I have mentioned in the past, right? To get access to the program. Now, to also get access to my bonuses. Now, this is what I'm talking about. To get access to everything here, okay, which is worth $1,625. Now, and to also get my amazing exclusive bonuses, which is worth almost $900, and also everything which amounts to $2,525, and also additional bonuses that I've decided to give you, okay, and also an additional bonuses that I've decided to add up for the first 5 fingers to actually grab this particular opportunity. Okay, now these 2 bonuses are exclusive to only 5 people who are fast fingers, who will just enroll right away on this live session. Right now, they are going to get access to these exclusive bonuses. Now, everything is going to cost you only $27, and it expires only in the next 72 hours from this live session. Now, $27 is equivalent to 40K in Naira. So now it means you are just paying 40,000 Naira to start with the magic formula, get everything in the program, get my amazing bonuses, and if you are lucky enough, you are among the first 5 people, you go away with my exclusive bonuses, right? Now, what happens if this offer actually elapses the 72 hours? Now, what happens if you do not able to pay 40K to get this particular program after 72 hours? Now, I'm going to withdraw all my bonuses, right? Now, you are no longer going to get my bonuses. If you want to get my bonuses, it means you have to pay an additional amount of money, which is very, very heavy for you to actually get my bonuses. So it will be removed after 72 hours. Now, there is not going to be a free access to my Magic Formula community again, because once your friends are actually getting premium sub in the community, you are actually missing out, okay? Because you are not able to grab the program and join the community for free, and the bonus will be removed. Now, the fees will actually go back to the normal price, which is $80. Now, you can go ahead and ask people who have enrolled in the KDP Magic Formula how much were able, are they, how much did they pay to actually enroll into the program? They will tell you that they have paid 120K to get the program. Many of the people in the Magic Formula community, and that is what they're also going to be paying today, because that is the original amount of that particular course. Because there is a high demand of it. If you're on Twitter, you know what I'm talking about, right? A lot of you guys have gotten this course for 120K. Okay, now, but today we are just getting it for just 40,000 Naira to get access to virtually everything that I've promised. Now, I'm very sorry if you are going to miss this particular offer from me. I'm very, very sorry if you are going to miss this mind-blowing information from me, including my bonuses, right? Now, if you have to pay $27, that is 40K in Naira, instead of $80, which is 120K, right? Now you'll be able to save up to $53. Okay, now this is a lot. Now that is almost 79,500, which is a very huge amount of money. Now don't forget, a lot of people pay this particular amount to get access to the program, right? And a lot of them are not going to be happy seeing me giving this particular offer for people to actually sign up for this particular amount of 40K. A lot of them are not going to be happy with me, but they should just need to be patient, because there is nothing I can do. I have to help today, and the help is going to elapse only for 72 hours, right? Now, if the 72 hours elapse, it means we are going back to the 120K, and there is nothing I can do about it, right? Now, if you are coming from my WhatsApp, right? Now, all you need to do is just to make payment of 40K into the details you are seeing on your screen, right? The name there is Sani Zakari, that is the account name. The account number is 0610327981, which is GT Bank. Okay, now that is why you are going to make your own transfer if you are coming from my WhatsApp, right? Now, After payment, okay, now you are going to send these particular details to me on WhatsApp, right? Name, phone number, correct email address, and receipt of payment. Now, if you are coming from my email, right? If you are coming from my email, the email that I'm going to be sending to you is going to contain a link to my WhatsApp at the end of that particular email. Now, you can actually chat me up and send me those details, including your receipts, and you are going to get immediate access, and you are going to get all the bonuses that I've promised you today. Okay. Now, if you are paying via Paystack website, okay, that is for those who are coming from my email list. Also, once you pay, you are going to be automatically redirected to my WhatsApp, right? You will be automatically redirected to my WhatsApp, and you will send me this particular information, and I'm going to get you registered immediately, and you are going to get access to everything that I have promised. Now, that is what I have for you today on this particular webinar, and I'm very, very much happy for you guys that have decided to actually stay till the end of this particular webinar. Now, I can't wait to start working with you guys in the Magic Formula community. I can't wait to start seeing your success stories. I can't wait to start seeing you making crazy figures with KDP under my mentorship. Okay, I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very glad to see people who are actually serious to start uh, transforming their lives financially. Right? I'm ever ready. I'm ever happy to help you people to make greater result on KDP. I'm always available to make you succeed with KDP as I'm exploring new and many more information that is going to help your business grow, right? So that is what I have for you on this particular webinar. And then thank you, and I can't wait to see your testimonials in the Magic Formula community. I can't wait to see your success story too in the Magic Formula community, right? So now that is the end of this particular webinar, and I can't wait to start seeing you guys making $10,000 every single month on KDP. That is about one. That is about 14 million naira on KDP, and we are going to do that together until we are able to achieve that particular success all together in the community. Thank you, and don't share this information with anybody because we just want to do it alone. We don't want other people to know what we are doing to make crazy figures with KDP. Thank you, and then see you inside the Magic Formula community. Good night.